Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of
Read it or no.
I know you guys have been DMing Sarah and the Read It or Don't TikTok, and you're like, did I miss an episode? What's going on? Sorry, y'all. I got to take full responsibility for that one. My husband travels normally 300 days a year. He took off about somewhere between like 8 to 10 days to spend a week with me for my birthday.
Magical.
So it was magical. It was wonderful. So I
She's
basically
not sorry. Absolutely not.
No. I mean, I guess I could have figured it out, but instead I just spent all the time with him in the world and it was really nice. So, got to pet mini Highland cows.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
It was wonderful. I literally want to text her and be like, "Can I come back? Like, I'll pay just to pet your cows. Like, can I come back, please?"
So can I just come back just once a week? If you see me in your yard, don't be alarmed.
Yeah, the dogs know me. It's cool. We all right. We fine.
Hi, tough.
We tight. So yeah, I feel like that's all that honestly has been going on here. I feel like we have to give, in case you have not seen on my TikTok, I have to give an update on the dress for Scotland. Lord, first off, the comprehension skills that people don't fucking have on TikTok is frankly astounding some days. Because I made a video just essentially saying like, yo dog, you guys know I wanted this $5,000 dress. My husband said buy it. And then I got a cease and desist in the mail, which then led me to hiring 2 attorneys and fighting it and blah, blah, blah. And now we're just kind of like waiting to see if we're moving on or if the fight continues. And so my money went to that. And I cried because the dress lady was mean to me.
I'm just glad I backed out of it before she could be mean to me because I would have cried too.
Like someone was like, it's just a dress. I'm like, you obviously don't understand. I'm upset that she was mean to me. And also to be like, it was just not, she's like, I mean, I understand, but also you've affected my business. I'm like, damn bitch, like, it's not like I was just like, never mind, found a better dress. I'm like, hey, I kept you updated. You knew what was happening. You didn't have to treat me that way, bitch. Like, damn.
Nah.
Damn ho.
No.
So anyway, I've learned people on TikTok, like I said, comprehension skills, not ideal most days.
Also, can we just if you're going to comment something like that, watch the whole fucking video.
Dog. Yeah.
Half of the rude comments I get, I'm like, did you even watch the video?
No. No, they didn't. And that's like, I swear to God, sometimes the scary part where I'm like, you didn't even finish it. Like, there's a guy who's yelling at me right now, and I posted a video about it this morning because go fuck yourself, where it was the video of me talking about Steven canceling our snowboarding plans that we had for my birthday, the day before my birthday, so we could go pet the cows. And he's like, I don't understand what. No, it wasn't that. I'm sorry, I'm lying to you. It was a video of Steven in the black tank top where I was like, and this guy was like, I don't understand why you're laughing at him. He does everything for you. And I'm like, sir, I certainly don't think you're talking to fucking me. So I made it. Some days, honestly, I've like record TikToks. I know you're like this, so hold up. I record TikToks and think, is this too mean? Did I take it too far?
Also,
Or
sometimes I want to be like, remember that one time where I posted the video about Dakota's prom and him canceling and
yes,
all of the things, and oh my gosh, the hate that I got and the amount of times people were like, hey, so you're a shitty parent. Nothing he could have done made it you took away the prom and he's gonna hate you for the rest of his life. I'm all, hey, so you peaked in high school.
also, hey, he didn't want to go to prom. How about let's talk about it now. Let's address this. He didn't want to go.
Because I asked. Hey, I know this is crazy, but prom doesn't mean everything to some. I don't even know who I went to prom with. I could give a fucking shit less.
I went to 2 proms.
Same.
Broke up with one guy, engaged to the other years later. Broke up with him.
With him too.
We ain't married now.
Oh my gosh, people were acting like I ruined his life. I'm like, hey, so he's not gonna. The majority of the comments I got were like, he's gonna look back at this. Like, don't be surprised when he hates you for the rest of his life. I'm like, hey, so it's just prom and
Over
high
prom?
school is this much of your life. In case you can't see my fingers.
Y'all, this isn't his fucking wedding. You didn't crash his wedding and it's prom.
So you're grounded. You can't go to your wedding. Sorry.
This is a dance he didn't even want to go to. My guy, come the fuck on. Absolutely insane. Um, let's talk about the books we've been semi-reading, but I'm obsessed. First
I
off,
love Kodiak Jones. He's the love of my life.
if you have not read the Madison Kate series by Tate James, I'm telling you now, you are missing out. Not only is the FMC MK she's hitting top 3 of my favorite females ever written. Ever.
Ani, you should read this book. Ani, I loved this book. I think you'd really like it. Ani, these have such great characters and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read it. You're stupid you sound right now.
You didn't tell me it was that good. You
What?
didn't say, Ani, I'm telling you, this
You
is
should
one of
have
the.
just trusted my one comment about it.
How about I did trust your one comment
This
about
is why I can't have, this is why we can't have nice things.
That's what you sound like right now. I did trust your comment after the whole MK thing, and you told me to read that fucking book by Leigh Rivers, Insatiable?
Everyone told me it was good. I was peer pressured.
And you said, oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. I'm 12 chapters in. And I was like, I couldn't, I DNF the whole goddamn thing.
Listen, I was like, what happened to you? Why do you hate each other? I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. Like, what happened? And
I
then
think you are far more forgiving on narrator voices than I am.
yeah.
If so, I can't. The same with that other series where I'm obsessed with the series, but I hate the narrators, and I told the author, and now she won't respond to me ever, which is fine. I think she hates me. I said it nicely. I said, it's not you. Your writing is impeccable. Some of my favorite characters ever. That FMC, also top 3 for me. MK and her, and I don't want to say who it is because I don't want people to like search it because I feel like I'm being mean. But like that FMC and MK, probably top 3 for me. Both of them. They're so good. But I straight up was like, hey girl, if I hadn't already read one of your books and I started on the audiobook, I never would have continued. Like it's not ideal.
See,
I'm
I
sorry.
don't mind like the woman. I feel like, I mean, there's been a couple that I'm like, but it's usually the man that will ruin it for me. Like, you know, that one book where we didn't, it's like he totally ruined the
There,
male that I had pictured in my mind, which is fine. But I
which is
still
fine.
listen to it.
Yeah, but Insatiable for me, it was the woman. I liked Cade. I like Cade's voice. The story was I enjoyed the story. The story was fine, but there was too much fucking rape in it for me.
Too much
The,
miscommunication, too. I'm like,
dog,
oh,
this was like a rape fucking party over here. And I was like, oh, this is just happening to everybody. I'm out. It was too much. And the biggest trope was miscommunication. Miscommunication took tier 1, 2, and 3, and I fucking hate miscommunication tropes. I hate them. I hate them. Biggest pet fucking peeve. Yeah.
and with that being said,
MK.
2026. No, just kidding.
That being said, though, MK, the Madison Kate series by Tate James, Kodiak Jones. Kodiak Jones.
I wanted, this is how much I love Kodiak Jones. I wanted to name one of my characters in Midnight's Kodiak Jones, but I'm afraid that Tate herself would have been like, listen, bitch, that's a no for me. But I love Kodiak Jones with my whole entire soul. If I wasn't married to Trevor, I would be like, everyone is being compared to Kodiak Jones at this time.
Uh-huh.
Everyone.
He was, but you know what? That little grumpy bitch ass Archer, I also love. It just going from what seemed like pure, well, from her side, it was pure hatred. And the pranks that she kept pulling on all of them between the pink hair dye, the fucking steroids, like, bitch, the fake porn, all of it,
10 out of 10.
tens across the board. Like, yeah, the dynamic was just so good between all the characters, and to have 3 men that are also so fucking different.
Yes.
Like, I felt like at no point, other than the obsession with MK, at no point was I like, oh, their personalities are kind of similar. They were so different.
So different. That's why I think, like, props to anyone like Luna Pierce, who SR Clark, like anybody who does like 3 MMCs, you're like, you really gotta plan that shit out, because if they don't, like, if their personalities aren't like, if they're too similar, you're like, like,
Yeah.
Kodiak, the love
Kodiak.
of my life, where are you?
I wonder, do you think that Tate planned out all 4 books first and then started writing?
That would probably be a smart way to do it, maybe.
Because I find it hard to believe that she would have planned out, so because all of the books are interconnected. Like all of it go together, and she would have had to, because Declan was in, like, do you know what I mean? Like he was there.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because then even in the first book when Bree talked about the guy she dated, Tate had to have planned out all
I
4
will
books.
say that, like, with Midnights, I had a general idea, and then I was just like, I'll figure that out later. And then I wrote some things, and like, oddly enough, they seem to like connect, which, like, thank fuck. But it's like, I was able to be like, okay, well, I did this here, so I'm gonna do this here. I mean, you know the whole fucking plot,
Yeah.
but like, I was able to like connect all these dots, and like some things just like happened to work out, and some things I planted that I was like, you clocked it moment one. You're like, well, the cat, and I was like, I planned that from the get go, because I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm clocking this, but like, I didn't actually map out the entirety of the series plot in that much detail until we were on the phone.
Yeah. And
Like, I just had like a general.
I find it hard to believe, if she did not plan out all 4 books from the beginning, I would be shocked, because they are so interconnected. Like you can't publish 2 books then go back and be like, oopsies, let me republish, fuck that up. Like people would do you know what I mean? So like I was so incredibly impressed. I loved all of the male characters. I
That's
loved them.
crazy. I can't
I
imagine
loved
how you would love it.
so good. And
I'm
MK,
done.
I thought was also a very believable bitch. It wasn't like when she punched Archer or kicked him in the nuts and like hit him a few times. Like that stuff to me was so goddamn funny though. Like it just
It's not like, what one series were you talking about where you're like, I hate this because why is some 5'1" girl beating up these 8-foot men?
Den of Vipers. I already know. Den of Vipers. What do you mean y'all are big bad mafia motherfuckers and you let a 5 foot nothing girl get the drop on you directly to your face and hit you with, I'm pretty sure, a fucking baseball bat? Fuck out of here.
MK
Fuck
didn't get
out
the
of here.
drop on anybody, but she sure fucking tried.
She
She put
she
her
don't
all into that.
she sure fucking tried. It was just that I don't think I've read a book where it was like sneaky pranks all along, and I loved that.
Oh,
That made
Kodiak.
Kodiak Jones. That was well, and so then literally though, I jumped into the next series,
Oh,
Hades.
please.
Yeah, which Steel, Archer, MK, and Kodiak are all
Can we just
involved.
talk about the fact that you tried to Google ahead and you were fucking wrong? And
Yo,
look how stupid you look right now.
y'all, when I started fucking Hades, because it's a 4 book series, of course, and I'm listening to it, and then I'm like, oh, I wonder who the men are. So I went to Google and said, who are the men involved in Hades? And it was like Lucas, okay, got it. Zed, okay, cool, no problems, and Steel. And I was like, skirt, e break? What do you mean? What do
The
you
way
mean?
that you called me, you were like, no, no.
I
Which,
was in a
same,
rage.
understandably so. If Tate would have done that, we'd be having a conversation with Miss Tate.
I was literally in a fucking rage, being like, you mean to tell me Steele just spent 4 fucking books pouring his heart out to MK, and now he's like, yeah, I love you, but I'm also in love with someone else. And I was so fucking angry. I was like, fuck this book, fuck this series, fuck you, Tate James. I was so mad about all of it. I was like, I'm not listening to this stupid book. I wish I could get my money back. And then I made a TikTok about it. And I was like, I'm not reading this. And people were like, you have bad information. It's Cass. And I was like, Cassius?
You're, hey, so I Googled it.
So
That's what you
Cassius?
get for Googling ahead.
I know. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know the names of the guys involved.
That's
So
a baby.
I did a girl. Just a girl. I just watched a TikTok that a guy was like, if you're dating someone and she ever says, I'm just a girl, she's the fucking devil. So don't date her. And I was like, smart.
Girl, actually, I would like to argue that this is probably going to be the love of your life. Little bitch.
Bitch. So fucking so yeah, I kept listening at that point once everyone was like, hey, no, it's Cassius, it's not Steel. And I was like, wait, Cassius? Like Grumpy Cassius?
That's what I do. Okay.
Cassius? I love Cass. Yeah, he is just
I
a
can't even listen to it now. You're too far ahead.
no, you have to listen. He is such a grumpy, cantankerous motherfucker. And I clearly love that because I loved Archer for the same reason. I'm like, God, what a grump. And the
Wait,
fact that
was
MK
Cass, he was in the MK series? Was he the, what is it, Zayd's
second.
guard?
No,
Second.
so he was the second. So remember in book one, two, three.
Three.
I think the end of book
Oh,
3,
yeah.
Zayd, or I don't know, it doesn't matter. At some point, Zayd went to the Darcher home, to Archer's home, and was just Dath, not Darcher. Went
I was
to yeah, I'm mixing it all up, but he went to Archer's home and he was like, "Oh, MK, congrats on your marriage to Archer." And she got big fucking mad, hopped because it was Zayd and Cass, because Cass was the second, jumped on Cass's bike and was like, "Get me the fuck out of here." And then in the next book, she, which I think was book 3 now, she lived in an apartment all by herself, and Cass was across the hallway, and she
yes.
would go with Cass to
And he
like
went to
the
the gym
boxing.
and he trained her. Oh, I
In
love him.
boxing, yes. Love him. And he was like, you need to make smart choices, bitch. And she's like, you right. I'm going back home to the Dath mansion.
Wait,
It's
so
fine.
that means she definitely has seen Hades because Cass was seen with a girl
No,
in.
it was a whore. It was just a whore. No, they weren't fucking at that time. And I only know because still in this book, they haven't fucked. But it's like a very obviously like, will they, won't they, will they, won't they? But Hades is not the storyline. What I'm enjoying is that it's so different from MK. I was nervous it was going to be very similar because, I mean,
Yeah, same author.
reverse harem, mafia,
Yeah.
you can sometimes only do so much. No, so far it's been like very different. Yeah. So love Cass, the grump that he is, super cutie patootie. One of the guys is literal, like he has nothing to do with this world as of now. Like he just happened to he's so sweet. He's a sweet little baby. He's a cinnamon roll.
You know what that reminds me of is I'm pretty sure it's Luna Pierce's book with Simon. Oh,
I loved Simon.
Simon
Yes.
lives rent free in my mind, right by Kodiak.
It was Simon and oh my God, what was her name? Because it wasn't the main girl, it was the main girl's friend. No, it was the main girl. It was the main girl.
Yeah. Because he was like in love with her and she was with all 3 dudes. And then Simon ended up losing. He had to be the bodyguard and he was like taking care of her. And I was like, he loves her so much. Just kiss him. I know
So
you have
much.
3 boyfriends, but what's it for?
4? You can have another.
That brings us to the conclusion of this topic. Men are not capable of loving more than one woman. Women
What?
are more than capable. I can love 4 dudes. If Trevor doesn't give me 3 more boyfriends, I'm gonna be big mad about it.
I, neither of our husbands are into Sherry, bitch. That ain't never gonna happen. No.
No.
Here's I don't know why, and I know I'm being a hypocrite. And if anyone can tell me why
No.
this is so fucking hypocritical, feel free to let me know. But if it were just to be a normal harem, I'd be like, ew. I'm sorry. I do not think that a man can
No.
love, truly be in love with more than one woman at a time. I think a woman can be in love with more than one man at a time.
Yeah, because women are capable of more things than men emotionally. So, like, listen, one man, it takes everything in him to just love one wife and do the bare minimum. What do you
No.
mean you're gonna split your attention between 2 of us?
And I'm literally like, when I thought it was Steel who was going to be in love with Hades, I'm like, well, what happens if MK and Hades are both kidnapped and who's he going to choose? Like, girl, I had a whole scenario ready in my head to argue as to why Tate James made the worst decision in history.
You're all, dear Tate, I've thought this through and it's just not working for me.
Miss James, I would like to issue a formal apology for all the cursing that I did in your
I'm
name for
tagging her
Steel.
in this video.
I'm so
Hey, yo,
sorry.
Tate, I would like you to appreciate her apology. She means it sincerely.
But also, big fan, big fan.
And also, did you base Kodiak off of a real person? Because damn,
I it's
I
his
love him.
humor. It's
I'm married and I love him.
I just something about like his sense of humor and just his fun and like I don't know. He was just
His
even when
obsession.
dude, when they were in the when he was in the shower with MK and she washed his hair with her pink shampoo, this blonde motherfucker, and then she's like, his hair's pink, and he was like, cool, we match, babe. We're like a couple. I was like,
Oh, he loves her. Like
what?
if Kodiak came into my life, and I don't know if it's just the name or both, but like whatever. I love both. And Trevor was like, "Hey, yeah, no sharing." I'd be like, "Babe, please, I never asked you for anything.
Please.
Please, what do you mean?"
What do you mean? I just Kodiak was tens across the board,
No notes.
literally no notes, obsessed with him. But when he took MK to that fucking coffee shop and his ex girlfriend Drew was there and she fucking slapped MK and he was like, oh shit, bitch, that's oh god. Because the fact that Kodiak is so sweet and so funny and has such a wonderful sense of humor, but he is incredibly violent.
I I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think there's something wrong with us.
We would
Because
like a
it's always
therapist or a
like
psychologist to check in.
like if you can just click in, but like Crypt, Kodiak, like the violent motherfuckers. I'm like,
Mm-hmm. And the fact that like all of them were so Crypt though. Ooh, Crypt. Love him.
yeah.
I but the fact that like even when Bark, that fucking weirdo football player, was like gonna take MK out on a date, and when MK saw him next, his whole face was black and blue, and she was like, who hit him? And Steele's like, I didn't hit him. I mean, his face may have hit a car door, but I didn't hit him. I was like,
You're like, oh
wait,
my gosh, did you do that for
wait.
me?
Oh
You're like,
my
oh,
god.
MK, not me. Got it.
Are you like obsessed with
Are
me?
you
That's so
flirting with
funny.
me? You know what? While I'm editing today, I need to make Kane more violent.
See, I love
He's
violent
pretty
men in
violent right
books.
now, but
Oh,
I'm
is he?
gonna it's pretty violent.
You're
If you
we're gonna
think
take it
about
down.
it, book one, Kane didn't know who he was. Book two, now just spoiler alert for everyone that's confused. At the very end, the very last line of the book, Kane has his memories back. Kane didn't know who he was, and now that he does,
Uh, uh,
uh,
uh. Oh my god, are you gonna like murder someone for
oh my
me?
god! Wait, did you murder someone for touching me? Okay.
Stop! Are you killing for like a little old me?
I
You know
said,
what?
babe, if somebody did something to me, would you murder them? And he's like, I don't want to go to jail. I'm like, so you hate me?
Oh damn, my husband had a very, very different answer.
I
Very
mean,
different
he
one.
did have an answer after that, but he's like, babe, why would I go to jail? I'm like, I was like, oh, so you hate me? And he goes,
Oh,
well, no, I'm just saying, like, and I was like, no, it's too late. It's too
you don't have like a squad, a cleanup crew? Like, okay,
late.
loser.
On speed dial, loser. You're how stupid you sound right now, Trevor.
Super I just so
Mm.
I've been on this reading kick. I mean, honestly, it's been an audiobook kick because like I started reading, oh goodness gracious, Daggermouth by H.M. Clark. H.M. something.
Oh. So you're just
Given.
doing everything without me. I'm hanging up.
Given can you imagine if you did? Given reading means I've made it about 10 pages in. I want to be so crystal clear on what that actually means.
Okay, well, I need you to clear your schedule for next week.
Oh wait, what's next week?
That you can read Nightshade.
Oh, anything I'm physically reading automatically gets put on hold the minute Nightshade is ready. Just as an FYI. Like, I want to be so clear. I could be mid dagger mouth, that's getting put down. It'll have to be picked up at a different time. Once Nightshade is ready, that's top fucking priority. Yeah. I mean, this is exciting though. Wait, do you want to talk about the fucking debacle with the Midnight's audiobook?
Do you want to do it on this one or the next one?
No, next one I have other things I want to talk about.
Let me just paint a picture for you. And I feel like this is my fault because, you know, indie author trying to produce an audiobook, that shit is expensive. Not that I was trying to be a cheap bitch about it, but I was like, I'm gonna see if I can pull a few strings here. So I found somebody. He ended up being
Well,
weird.
to be clear, he was someone that was recommended to us by someone that we know. He
There's a
auditioned.
second guy. I meant first guy. First guy was weird.
Oh, the first guy.
I think
Yeah.
he might have been in love with you, but I could be wrong. That's fine. Second guy was recommended, and
No, wait, hold on. We can't skip over first guy. I'm not going to say his name, so we're going to have to call him Bob because I still to this day hate Bob. And I want to be so clear. We didn't even get to the recording part when it came to Midnights. We had put it out there. He came upon our feed. He was like, I would love to do this. He had a great voice. He really did. Like, great voice. We were like, wait, this will be perfect. We're so excited. Him, and Sarah ended up in like a group chat essentially on Discord.
yeah.
And then it was just odd. He started telling us about how like him and his wife weren't on good terms and he wanted to be a musician, but like she didn't support him, but they also have X amount of kids. And it was just like, hey dog, this feels not very appropriate to be talking about to
And I'm over
two
here like,
women.
well, if you hate her, you might as well.
Yeah, Sarah's like totally engaging and I'm slowly like fading into the background because I don't engage with things like that. And then at one point, because he would send 45 million messages and I'm not responding to that. And Sarah is nicer than me and would. And so at one point, Sarah's like, it's like morning. She's sending an audio back about like fucking nothing. And he was like, oh, wow, your morning voice is so sexy. And I'm like,
Don't mind if I do. Let's do a podcast in the morning.
um, hey, you're married, sir, and you're speaking to a married woman. That for me is unfucking forgivable. If my husband told a woman anything about her looks sexy, I'm telling you right now, I'd be considering divorce. It's not like that to me. Why are you even thinking about another woman like that? Like, that's not fucking funny to me. So
If another woman, period, and sexy, hot, attractive were even in the same sentence in Trevor's mouth, I'm gonna tell you right now, that motherfucker wouldn't have teeth.
I will cut your fucking tongue out and shove it down your throat.
You think I'm a cinnamon roll now? I'm a ninja cinnamon roll.
That is the most threatening thing I've ever seen. Yeah, so that gave me like such an ick. And then I basically like full stop responding to anything. Like I would sometimes go in there and like read it, but I'm just not responding. I have a life, I'm busy, like I'm fucking out. And so then here's where it got even weirder. So Sarah flew out to Denver to help me with it was some salon stuff. It's like filming. I don't know, something in the salon is all I remember. And so like we're putting shit together. We're busy. And he's just like, oh, I commented on one of Ani's TikToks and she didn't respond. And I DM'd her and she never answered. And I'm like, you
By the way, that
truly.
was her face real time. I took a picture.
Yeah. I'm like, you must have understood the non-relationship that we have here. This is business. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm not your fucking friend. You're freaking me out. So Sarah was like, yo, dog, she's busy. Like, what? And it just was like, he got like weirdly attached to both of us. And we were like, we're out. We can't work with you. This is not, especially knowing like some of the things in Midnights. I'm not, nar, thanks. Nar. So that was narrator one. Then narrator two was recommended to us by one of my clients and one of my friends. And she's like, hey, like we've known him for a while. He was in a band, blah, blah, blah. But she's like, I think he has a really great voice and he'd do really great for this. So we ended up reaching out to this guy. great voice. Honestly, like amazing voice. Like the
Pretty talented,
Scottish,
if you want to know the truth. He did Scottish, he did barely Scottish, he did British, he did American. Like, honestly, his vocal range, like his accent range
incredibly
was.
talented. Like incredibly talented. The problem became when we needed revisions. And here, okay, guys, if you don't know, I'm gonna just pull up, I'm gonna read to you some real quick. Okay. The
Well,
speed,
also, while she's doing that, let me paint the picture. I rented out a podcast studio because I thought it'd be fun if we all did it together. And it was. But when we got all the audios back, I was like, yeah, so I can hear everything in the background. We're going to have to redo it.
yeah, like
And it was
he
just too
brought a
fast.
mouse and you could hear the tippy taps of the mouse and keyboards and breathing. Like it was not good. It
It's
had to
not
be redone.
ideal. I
No,
wish
it was
I
bad.
would have known that.
It is what it is. So
Yeah.
now we're like, hey, we're gonna have to redo it. Like he had an option to do it or not, and he was like, no, yeah, like of course I want to redo it. I'm like, great, thanks, cool. So now we're in the process of like re-recording, but I want to read you. Okay, I'm gonna read you how I normally read, but then I need you guys to understand how you have to read when you're doing an audiobook because this matters.
Yes.
Normal reading speed for me is okay. Sorry, choked on my spit. Okay. Keol Westfall, former captain of the Royal Guard and now hand to the newly crowned King of Otterland, had discovered that he hated one sound above all others: wheels. Specifically, their clattering. Oh, this is the next one. I didn't mean to read that. Oopsies. Oopsies, my bad. Well, no, have that one now. The bone drums had been pounding across the jagged slopes of the Black Mountains since sundown. From the rocky outcropping on which her war tent groaned against the dry wind, Princess Elena Galathinius had monitored the Dreadlord's army all. I read pretty fucking fast.
I want you to know that's how fast I listen to my audiobooks.
Same. That is also how fast I listen to them.
Yep.
But I think the more that you read physical books, the better your comprehension is and
Yeah.
you can play them faster. So that's
Yeah.
normal speed in which I read out loud normally in my head and that I play audiobooks. But when you record, y'all,
It
this is
has
how
to
slow
be 1x.
it's literally, this is how it has to sound at 1x. The bone drums had been pounding across the jagged slopes of the Black Mountains since sundown. From the rocky outcropping on which her war tent groaned against the dry wind, Princess Elena Galathinius had monitored the Dreadlord's army all afternoon as it washed across those mountains in ebony waves. It's
I would even
so,
argue that I have listened to some audiobooks that are slower than that.
yes, you most certainly have. And guys, it has to be so slow because if not,
Because people
it's
need
just
options.
they need options. Sorry, my nose is just now. I don't care. Oh, good. So, yeah, they need options because if you're recording at this speed at 1x, it's too fast. Like it just is. So then it came down to Sarah's like, yo, dog, like, I need you to re record these chapters, a lot of them, all of them, basically again, because you're speed reading. And he's like, got you, homie. So then he would read a sentence and then have a really long pause and then keep reading at the normal speed in which he was already reading that Sarah already said was too fast. And now he just doesn't answer anymore.
Yeah,
So,
I messaged him and I was like, hey, so have you done that yet? And he goes, no, I haven't done chapter 9. And I said, well, I think there was like a miscommunication. It wasn't chapter 9, it was all of them. And then I haven't heard from him since.
yeah. And he's been paid in full. So we did not know that's how this did not go. In case you want to know how it works is when someone records, they send it to you fully finished, right? And then once
And
you
then
listen to it and approve it, then you pay them because just to make sure that you don't need any revisions.
well,
So
and I didn't pay him per finished hour. I paid him per hour that he
per
was there.
recording hour. Uh-huh. So also did not know that
That's
at that
insane.
time.
I
So
didn't know that
that's
either.
so that means y'all, as because we were all sitting in the same room, as he's sitting there listening to my chapters, he's also getting paid. Like it wasn't just like, oh, you recorded for 3 hours, we'll pay you for 3 hours. We sat there for 8. Even if I was reading for 5, he still got paid for 8. I just want to be like crystal clear on this. So it just honestly like fucking sucks. So, but I keep telling Sarah, you know what? It is what it is. So now we're looking at different male narrators. We've both been DMing with Corvin King, which is pretty rad, and we've had some other couple like really great male narrators also reach out and they're like, "Wait, I would love to do this." So like that's super cool. But it's just been a very big learning process.
Yeah. And it's also so funny because even like messaging with Anthony and Corbin, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're messaging me back. Like, that's so cool.
It's so cool. Yeah, Anthony Palmini's it. I talked to him a little bit more than I talked to Corvin, but Anthony Palmini's incredibly nice. Like
Oh, so
so,
nice.
I literally have like a hair on my face that's killing me. Good times.
Which, to be fair, it is almost March, and I have on my calendar for next week that I need to start highlighting for his to erase. And okay, can I have a confession for everyone? I haven't told you this yet because I'm a little stressed about it, but like if Corbin takes this job and Anthony has already we've signed the contracts for his to erase, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna read my books. Are they gonna read my books and be like, this is so great? Or are they gonna read my books and be like, this is trash? Like I'm like, oh my gosh, like because they're really big narrators and
Mm-hmm.
people love them and I love them and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be reading my. This is crazy. This is
You know,
crazy.
so funny. The thought of them not liking the book never came into my mind.
I
That
mean, I have that.
never
I have
once
that
crossed
thought
my mind.
when I put them out and published them. I'm like, what if people don't like this? And I have to like. I'm obviously way better now. It's just so interesting because like I have to accept that people are gonna hate it. But I
Dude,
also on that spectrum am like, okay, well if people hate it, that means I'm doing a real good fucking job. Because if ever 100% of people liked it, I don't believe that. You know what
no.
I mean?
To be
So
honest,
like,
I've already been telling myself, Ani, at some point you're going to see someone complaining about your voice. I'm reminding myself of that now. At some
yeah.
point, someone is going to be like, I love the story, but I hated the female narrator because I've done that. Given I've never tagged them. So listen here, you little cunt. If you think you're going to fucking tag me and then rip on me, fucking don't. That's the only rule. You don't tag people if you're being mean. You shut the fuck up. No, don't shut the
Right.
fuck up. Say whatever you want. You just don't fucking tag me. So I've
I
just
also
accepted. Go ahead.
you're 10 out of 10. Don't even let her talk to you. Ignore her, block her from your mind. I've listened to about 80 hours of her voice at this point, editing all of the audios. 10 out of 10. The only thing is, she had one correction. I said, hey
Yeah.
girl, when I said cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and you said cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, I'm like, that is a. I said, you never heard that saying before?
Girl, I didn't even notice it. I went back this morning and I just searched puffs and I was like, I can see why I said cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. So that I redid the entire like paragraph because I hate one pet peeve of mine when I listen to books. I can tell when they messed up one word and had to redo the one word because then it's like, and then I'm reading a sentence and then and I'm like, ah, like that one word like jars the fuck out of me every
Oh no,
time.
I read you the whole paragraph.
Yes, because then it just blends a little bit more. So, but that stuff does make me laugh when I'm like, oh, you fucked up right there and had to redo it.
It also
Mhm.
makes me feel better because I am such a fucking perfectionist that when I'm doing audiobooks, I'm like, oh, I can hear one tiny little thing, redo. And like now that I'm listening to audiobooks, I'm like, oh, you messed up.
Mhm.
But also, can I just like, Anthony Palmini said that my book sounds interesting.
I mean, damn, yeah, we start narrating that in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I gotta get my fucking
If
dick
I was
going.
smart, yeah, you have 3 weeks to get midnight. You're almost halfway.
Shit, bitch, got a lot to do. You know what? It's
It's
fine. It's we got this. His to
yeah,
erase, I think,
no.
is going to be incredibly easy to narrate because it's just me. I can have literally any attitude that I want, any voice that I want, any inflection because it's
Yes.
literally me. If you don't like it, yeah, well, you know what? I don't like you. How's that make you feel?
You know what else is great is Sarah is gonna. I'm not even gonna have to try.
No, it's just gonna be you.
Oh no.
It's gonna be so crazy when one day you're like an insanely famous author and people are gonna be like, wow, how did that narrator girl just end up on all of her books? It's gonna be like, oh, well, I've actually been here since the beginning. I've been,
Oh, I helped manage the plot. Thank you.
oh, like I've been here. Thanks, though.
Thanks, so.
So I don't know. All this to say, great, good, grand, wonderful things going. I truly hope we can get Corbin King like slide into his schedule to get Midnight's done. If not, I totally get it, and I'm sure there are other like phenomenal
Man,
narrators
I
out
slid
there.
into his DMs. I was all, hey, are you busy?
Eh.
I said, you're at our mercy. Please. Please.
He literally did. He's like, "What's the timeline?" You're like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm really at your mercy here because
Hey,
there's no
so
timeline."
I would like for it to be done next week, but I'm not an idiot. So whenever you're free.
Yeah, no, that's. I also
I'd
can't
like
have
it
it
to
done
be
by
done a
next
month
week. So
ago.
yeah, my goal was a month.
You know what? Steven Dunn really fucked up all our schedules.
I know, but I got like 10 days with him and it was nice. So you know
You're like
what?
zero regrets.
Zero regrets, not even a letter. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Well, guys, that's kind of the update on what we're reading, what we're doing, what's currently happening in the lives of being an indie author and a narrator.
Lives of being famous. Oh.
So thanks for being here. If there's a book that you want us to read or talk about, or even a topic you want to hear about, you can always shoot us a DM on Sarah's account, my account, on I almost said his to erase on Read It or Don't. We love hearing from you guys. So okay, we'll see you next week.